So we found out what happened to Andy in the accident. I guess those little guys carried him off, but they had a plan for him. Like, we're just not gonna kill him, we're gonna torture him and eat him. Apparently, a lot of time has passed. It's been a year, so Chucky was eating him for a whole year. That's why Andy has the long hair, looks like a bum, and it was all the Colonel Chucky, Bald Chucky, who was doing it. See, Devin and Lexi actually come across Andy and then free him, but he's like, hey man, I'm trying to get revenge on that Chucky. I'm going to go undercover as a bum to that new church he's hiding out at and then try to kill him. But we got three Chuckies running around. We got Good Chucky, Buff Chucky, Bald Chucky, and yeah, that's about it. And one of the Chuckies actually has a nun that thinks he's like Jesus Christ. But that doesn't last long, as we see from the last week when he took on Good Chucky, he just got hurt in the hands. In this fight, he decided, like, all right, before I fight you, I better, like, carb load up or something. He eats, like, a poison wafer or something. It's like cyanide. Boom, drops dead right there. Like poison? Really? Prime Chucky's still caught in Nika. And then last episode, we actually found out that Kyle is alive. But she's wearing like a weird hairdo. It's got a fake ear. I think she's bald too. For surviving an explosion like Dr. Loomis in Halloween 2, that's not too bad. I like how Chucky was sort of pleading with her like, hey, kill her for your old bed, my son, daughter, son, something. Colonel Chucky just came off of the win of Buff Chucky, and the whole group's together about to fight the Colonel. And I don't know, man, it was pretty cool. The ears around his neck and everything, all Vietnamish. But Andy actually stabbed this fool in the head with some scissors. Then they did this whole like Marlon Brando Apocalypse Now sort of thing for some reason. Like real Seed of Chucky sort of shit. I'm more or less disappointed how easy it is to kill Chucky nowadays, man. You could use to, back in the day, chop off his head and burn him, and he would still be coming at you. Now you just stab him in the head with some scissors.
Your godmother is here to protect you now.
My fairy godmother?
Oh man, this death got to me because I was like, holy crap, Good Chucky did like a heel turn, like a wrestling. And the way he threw her, he sort of like judoed, like threw her, used her own momentum to throw her out the window, and she conveniently fell like right into like that Virgin Mary's welcoming arms. Look at that Chucky, he was smiling, dude. Bullshit, Good Chucky. You can't cure somebody just by tying them down to a chair and making them watch a whole bunch of horror movies. It worked in Clockwork Orange, but they also used acid. Beginning of episode 7, they tied up Chucky like, you ain't doing shit no more, little guy. This is pretty cool too. Like we got Nika and Andy, we got all the good guys in one room. And on the other side, we got still Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany driving in that car till the Tiffany doll broke up. But remind you, that's Jennifer Tilly inside that body. So I guess she's like, I'm running into traffic and boom. Yeah, that was a failed escape attempt. You see by the surprised look on her face. So she didn't look both ways. She just ran as the first opportunity she could and right into an oncoming truck. So again, that is Jennifer Tilly inside that body, not Tiffany. This is pretty neat. They never tried this before. They're going to give Chucky an exorcism. And we see a shirtless Devin Sawa for some reason. Boing. So he gets thrown up on and they're doing all these like exorcist callbacks and everything. But the plan is take the soul out of Chucky, but then take the Chucky Charles Lee Ray soul out of Nika into Chucky's doll so we could kill Chucky for good. But they fucked it up a bit because then Chucky's soul was just floating around and it went to Devin Sawa and then boom! I guess you could always do that. So if you possess somebody, just make them explode. And nice. It was like an Evil Dead level of like a blood explosion. The effects were pretty good. That does look like a screaming Devin Sawa head. Give them an A for their practical effects guy. Remember that nun I mentioned earlier that was sort of like thinking, hey, this is like the new Jesus Christ. I am so lucky. She's another accomplice of Chucky's apparently. But she didn't last too long because boom, Glenda all of a sudden showed up. She's like an Olympic knife thrower all of a sudden and got her right in the eye. Is that like an instant death? Because, pirates lose eyes all the time. They wear patches. And the girl from Kill Bill, she got both their eyes plucked out. I don't know. I think she could still probably live. And she probably took it out quicker than you should have. You go to the emergency room, I think you'll be fine. I mean, you'll lose the eye, but you'll live. Then the old nanny actually grabbed Chucky like, dude, let's get out of here. Make a break for it. Andy got a gun and smack. Oh, man. Shot him right in the jaw. Good shot, Andy. This Chucky wasn't like a pushover to kill, just like Scissors. Andy shot him up like he was RoboCop. And if the exorcism didn't work, or, like they had to make Halloween ends, sure, Chucky died by burning him. Then it just seemed like Kyle and Andy exited the series right here. They just went, well, it looks like our job's done. We've been waiting 20, 30 years to kill Chucky for good, and now we're out. Tiffany and her gang actually finally finished the road trip and got to the church after all this happened. Nika sees her like, hey, bitch, remember how you kept me captive all these years? Take this. And I don't know how I feel about this. Glenda went and took the bullet for her mother. I don't know. I love my mom too, but she had her time. I mean, I would shove her out of the way of the bullet and try to both not to get hit. But I don't know about taking the bullet. She doesn't seem to die right away. The after show doesn't count it. So, next week she'll probably be in a doll's body.